Right now at 6, Susan Crawford in La Crosse says a former president backs her in the race for Supreme Court.
And Turtle Stag Brewery is pouring pints for La Crosse trails.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Judge Susan Crawford making a stop in La Crosse today as part of her Common Sense Justice Tour. Crawford running against Brad Schimmel for a Supreme Court seat that will decide the majority. The Dane County judge is visiting 21 counties across the state in 10 days. She says her goal is to stress the importance of voting in the nonpartisan race.
As early voting has been really strong throughout the state. I think that's a great sign that people are really engaged in this race and understand what the stakes are, and hope we'll see that kind of strong turnout right through April 1st.
While President Trump has come out in support of Brad Schimmel, former President Barack Obama today on X announcing he is endorsing Crawford.
The race for state school superintendent is heating up. In a press call today, Republican-backed Brittany Kinzer talked about Act 11, a bill she helped pass that provides school funding for low-income students.
The bipartisan bill that gave more money to all the schools. So all of the schools got more money. It also gave more money to students who receive vouchers living below a certain income.
Kinzer is taking on Democratic-backed Jill Underly.
A new City of La Crosse child care initiative aims to help both providers and local employers.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergut explains from the newsroom.
The city partnered with the Parenting Place to create the new Together We Can program. It reimburses local employers for partnering with local child care business. Every day in the Coulee region, thousands of parents drop their kids off at childcare on their way to work. But a lack of childcare options is creating problems.
When parents don't have reliable childcare, they cannot go to work.
Studies have found that the childcare crisis is costing businesses billions.
We are hearing from employers that they are wanting to look for an option, a way to support their employees' childcare needs.
So the Parenting Place, in partnership with the city, created Together We Can. The program reimburses La Crosse employers up to 50% of their investment when they partner with a local childcare business.
Whether that be reserved childcare slots, waitlist priority, tuition discounts, that partnership is up to the employer and the childcare program.
Childcare providers like VARC know firsthand how beneficial these partnerships can be. Around a year ago, they partnered with Amplify to reserve childcare slots for the health system's employees. VARC used the money Amplify spent on the slots to significantly increase employee wages.
And that has contributed to keeping classrooms open, keeping really high quality teachers. And it's even gotten people to come back to the center.
And Filter says that outside-the-box partnerships like VARC and Amplify's benefit more than those directly affected.
It just makes sense, I think, for businesses to be invested in childcare within their community. And it behooves everyone to be thinking about how critical and how much of a need supporting childcare really is.
There are some general requirements to participate, like both the child care provider and employer must be located in La Crosse. Reporting from the newsroom, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now.
Allison, thank you. Applications are now open for Together We Can. You can contact the Parenting Place if you're interested in applying. The La Crosse Lions Club is sponsoring a free diabetes screening at La Crosse Hy-Vee today. 1 in 11 people in Wisconsin have diabetes, and 1 in 3 U.S. adults are pre-diabetic. The screening only takes 10 to 15 minutes.
There's also some tips and tricks to keep your blood sugar more even, because that's what we're looking for, is to not have high levels and low levels. And one of those keys is to have enough protein at various meals and snacks. So through our programs here, we meet individually with folks. We're even taking insurance now for nutrition counseling.
Health officials say you should be tested for pre-diabetes or diabetes once a year.
Well, the story for the next couple days is we do have some light rain chances, but overall a lot of areas will be dry, especially during the daytime too, and it continued to warm up too. So overall, not too bad of a Tuesday out right now. We look outside, we still had temperatures getting back up into the 50s. Our average right now is about 48, 49 for La Crosse, a little bit lower for Eau Claire, but getting pretty close to 50. So these are not too far off, and the snowpack to the northeast Wisconsin's keeping those in the 40s. Overall, there is your radar right now that we're looking at. Some light precipitation further to the west. west. A lot of that is not reaching ground. In fact, a lot of areas that are towards Mankato have just picked up a trace or 100, but it is going to be coming down towards the west of the river throughout the night. So we might see a few sprinkles to the west of the river, maybe a shower if you get closer to Decorah, but areas to the east will not see that as our temperatures lowering back into the 30s where you don't have clouds, others to the 40s where we do have cloud cover, mainly west of the Mississippi. That activity will then go away after about 11 p.m. As we go throughout the night, temperatures will be getting back down to around 30 for southern areas. As we go further north, probably low to mid 20s. All in all, we're going to have more precipitation coming. We have Wednesday rain. We're going to get 70 for some areas. And yeah, it looks like a wet and very messy weekend with a complex system. So we'll break all that down a bit later.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
A local brewery is connecting people with nature. Turtle Stack Brewery put on their first ever Pints for a Purpose event today. For every pint purchased between 4 and 8 p.m., 10% of all the sales will go towards Aura Trails, a nonprofit that helps people enjoy outdoor experiences. All proceeds will keep the trails awesome.
As a organization in the community, we love partnering with other organizations. And in this case, it's Turtle Stack Brewery. The owners love what we do. They love being able to participate and build community. It's good for the business. It's good for the organization.
The event will also have live music performed from 5 to 7 p.m.
Tomorrow is Jersey Mike's 15th annual Day of Giving. 47 of the restaurant's locations across Wisconsin will give 100% of their sales to the Special Olympics of Wisconsin. Last year, Jersey Mike's raised $25 million during their month of giving. This year, they're hoping to break that record-setting number.
We are just really, as an organization, we are really thankful for this partnership. It is a huge it's a huge deal for us to have such strong community, mission-driven folks that are, that we partner with in our communities.
Throughout March, customers have the option to round up their purchase to the nearest dollar for an extra donation. Since 2011, the month of giving has raised more than $113 million.
Well, big news, Rudy's is open for the season. The popular retro drive-in staple on Lacrosse Street will be open through October. You can grab a burger and root beer from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
Just been around since 1966. It's the roller skating car hops. It's the kids enjoy it. Seeing all the girls come roller skating, the food out. It's just a unique restaurant where you can sit in your car and it feels like the 50s.
And Rudy's in Sparta is opening soon.
Eau Claire's City Council voting on a resolution to protect the city's trees.
Could this be a game changer for the community's green spaces? Up next.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us Days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us Days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Voters deserve to know what our records are.
Susan Crawford's record? Disturbing and dangerous. A 7-year-old girl sexually assaulted. The attacker faced 100 years. Crawford let him off with only 4.
I don't regret that sentence.
A 5-year-old violated. The predator should have rotted in prison. He got out in just 2 years. She protected them, not us.
I don't regret that sentence. I am proud of the work that I've done.
Susan Crawford, putting criminals over your kids.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy Filet-O-Fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 20 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
An ordinance untouched since 1970.
Now, Eau Claire City Council is considering an update to how it regulates city trees. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has more on the new resolution.
Eau Claire City Council is voting on a resolution that aims to protect the city's trees. The resolution will update how trees are cared for, the approved species list, and licensing fees for tree care companies. It will also help establish an urban forestry board in one of the city's departments.
Trees clean our air, they beautify our community, they help with mitigating flooding, they drive up your property prices if you have beautiful trees, and they support our wildlife.
Eau Claire's current ordinance was last updated in 1970. The updates come after residents complained about trees being knocked down for construction.
Oftentimes it's a street is being redone and all of a sudden all the street trees start disappearing along the street. People have noticeable, they'll sort of opens up their entire neighborhood and doesn't have a canopy. The sun beats down on the street. We've been hearing people complaining about that.
Worthman says this doesn't officially update the ordinance, but it starts the process.
We think it's important. Trees are the memory of our community, and many of them were here before we were born, and many will be here after, and we want to make sure that that memory continues.
The resolution was passed Tuesday afternoon. In Eau Claire, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
A major shakeup in the electric vehicle race.
BYD surpasses Tesla in annual sales. What it can mean for the growing competition after this.
And we're looking at messy conditions potentially for Wednesday for a little bit of light rain, but then definitely we got some weekend plans that could be impacted. We'll break down each of those coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
At Ashley, we're celebrating 80 years of innovation, style, and value. Discover our selection of luxury pieces for designer looks without the high-end price tag. Plus, eye-catching curated deals under $5.99. Don't miss the Ashley 80th anniversary sale.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Lasting Exteriors. With over 150 fabrics to choose from and the largest sizes available, you can create shade to match your home and style. Join us for our spring open house Friday and Saturday, April 4th and 5th at either showroom in Eau Claire or Onalaska. Enjoy super spring savings with up to 25% off your entire project. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months at Asher Lasting Exteriors.
The new Nacho Taco Bravo from Taco John's. Our famous beef crispy taco wrapped in a soft tortilla, all held together by refried beans and warm nacho cheese. This is Nacho Average Taco. Get two for just $6 only at Taco John's.
Every kid deserves a great education. As state superintendent, I helped pass a new literacy law, raised math and science standards, and expanded technical education. My opponent is a lobbyist who's never held a Wisconsin teaching license. She's worked to drain money from public schools to pay for private schools, raise property taxes, and eliminate teacher license requirements. I'm Jill Underley. I'll protect our public schools and never stop working to improve them.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
Celebrate Ashley's 80th anniversary with a new mattress by Ashley Sleep, starting at $499.99. Plus, 0% interest for 80 months when you buy in store. Don't miss the Ashley 80th anniversary sale.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Chinese EV maker BYD has surged past Elon Musk's Tesla in annual sales amid intensifying competition in the global market for clean energy cars.
BYD recorded revenues of $107 billion for 2024. It reported a 29% jump in sales from the previous year on deliveries of more than 4 million cars, including fully electric vehicles and hybrids.
Now, by comparison, Tesla made $97.7 billion in 2024. And delivered 1.79 million battery-powered vehicles.
Well, it was another lovely March day today.
Yeah, not
I
too
took
shabby.
the liberty of walking to work, but almost didn't need my jacket. It was that warm outside. Well, at least the sun made it feel that way.
It certainly felt that way. Definitely an uptick from yesterday's conditions. But Greg, we do have some risks for fire conditions.
And not too much yet, but we do have some conditions with the wind that could pick up towards Friday, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Overall, the green up is not yet, so we do have some fire concerns potentially in the future, but for the time being, we still have a little bit of light rain past this evening, but then we'll track out some rain that goes Wednesday night also. So overall, we're going to look at the temperatures for tomorrow. More mid to upper 50s overall, a few degrees warmer than today. It will be mainly dry with a light wind, and then the precipitation comes in towards the evening hour. And as we're looking at this, you'll see this band of light precipitation develop here. A little disturbance is going to kind of slide to the southeast and probably be after the evening commute, but this will kind of indicate a little bit of precipitation, light rain coming through some areas, a very narrow little line that will develop and continue kind of overnight. It won't impact the Thursday morning commute, but some areas may see some general light rain throughout the late evening and then overnight hours as this pushes southeast. Now, overall amounts, probably a lot of areas are not going to get that half inch. It's probably closer to a 1/10 to a 1/4 of an inch. If you get outside this line, you may basically get a trace to about a 10. So some light rain, but something to keep in mind for going into Wednesday night. But overall, it will remain rain as our temperatures will remain probably near 40 as we wake up for Thursday morning. For the highs for Thursday, once that rain passes, we should have more sun in the afternoon. Temperatures get back closer to 60 since we're going to start off warmer. Mid-50s to the north to maybe around mid-60s potentially for some areas. So that's the better news. And then Friday, it really depends on where you are. Now, the trend has been pushing the 70s a little bit further north as this boundary kind of really just hugs our northern viewing area right there near Rusk County. Now, if it does come down a little bit, temperatures may through. But you see the contrast from mid-70s to potentially way up in Rusk County. They may struggle to get to the mid-50s. So there's going to be a boundary sitting right across here with precipitation right to the north. And that's kind of the setup going into this weekend as a series of systems comes along this boundary. So what we're looking at for precipitation-wise, Friday night, looks like it will have some rain and actually have a thunderstorm chance too, especially that. Not expecting severe thunderstorms, but I think we will see some thunderstorms. Now, Saturday looks wet, especially Saturday night. And if you're south of I-94, it looks to be all rain, probably Saturday and most of Saturday night. If you're north of I-94, you could get a wintry mix, and that could be snow, sleet, even freezing drizzle, all that mess that could be potential up there. And then Sunday through Sunday night is when the transition kind of goes from I-94 all the way down to south of I-90, where we would see a change over to snow at some point Sunday or maybe even Sunday night. But accumulation really drops off as you go further south. So overall, it's a messy situation. A lot of variables could change, especially further north and east you go, especially if you go into northeast Wisconsin. Keep an eye out. This is ice potential. Once you get to the pink, you're looking at a ½ inch. Now, this could be as much as sleet, ice pellets, or even freezing rain, but it is barely touching our area here, but a better shot as you go further northeast. So we'll have to definitely keep an eye on that, because that could be a potential interesting, potential significant ice storm going for those areas up there. But otherwise, enjoy the temperatures getting close to 70, because this weekend really is going to be damp and kind of cold as we go on to Sunday. We will dry out for the first part of next week, below average, and then maybe get back close to, at that point next week, we should be low 50s for our average. So upper 40s is actually below average for a change.
Okay. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a new woman in charge. The Badgers announcing the hiring of their next women's basketball coach, plus the Gophers introducing their newest men's head coach as Minnesota looks to get their program back on track. Jacob is next.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin, family-owned, turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
If you want them to be safe, don't vote for him. When this man sexually assaulted a 10-year-old girl, Brad Schimmel let him off easy, calling it a one-time thing. When this man was caught with child porn, Schimmel gave him a plea deal after the man's lawyer gave Schimmel $5 grand. And when this man sexually assaulted 2 underage girls, Schimmel blamed the girls. Brad Schimmel won't protect your kids, but you can with your vote.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, the transfer portal is open for collegiate players, but the coaching carousel is making some headlines as well. The Badgers have a new woman who will look to revive the ladies program. It was announced today that Robin Pinchton is taking over the reins as head coach of Wisconsin. She comes to Madison from Missouri, where she was the head coach of the Tigers for 15 seasons. Pinchton had a 250 and 218 record in Columbia and reached 4 straight NCAA tournaments from 2016 to 2019. Back on February 26th, she announced that she would be resigning at the end of Missouri's season, and the Tigers finished with a 14-18 record. Badgers athletic director Chris McIntosh with a statement today on the hire, in part saying she has accomplished so much as a coach and has produced winners both on the court and in the classroom. Robin has Midwest roots and coaching experience, and she and her family will fit right into our local community as well as our state. Pinchton takes over a program that last had a winning season during the 2010-2011 campaign when the Badgers finished 16-15. And this was the scene across the border as Niko Medved was officially introduced as the head men's basketball coach of Minnesota. Medved only grew up about 14 minutes from the barn in Roseville. He went to school at Minnesota and was a student manager for the Gophers as well as an assistant for the 06-07 season. It's a full circle moment for the new man at the end of the bench as he looks to get the program back on the right track.
This was something, of course, I dreamed of, and just to have it become a reality, it hasn't hit me yet. You know what I mean? Really, it hasn't hit me, but it will. But dreams can come true. Do you know what I mean? That's what life is, and if you really believe in something and you stick with it, and you get the right people who support you, anything can happen.
Medved spent the last 7 years as head coach of Colorado State, where he had a record of 143-85, and he is the 19th head coach in Gopher history. And for those excited for the return of UWL baseball, you don't have to wait as long for the home opener as you thought, as the Eagle Athletic Department announcing they're moving up the previously scheduled Saturday-Sunday home doubleheader to Thursday and Friday due to impending weather. Thursday's game starting at 1, while Friday's first pitch is noon. All those games at Copeland Park. So
that's when bad weather works in your favor.
Exactly.
Right?
There we go. The sooner the better. Yeah. Badgers needed a change, though, so we'll see. I didn't really expect this name to be out here, but we'll see what she can do. Hopefully.
No, not sure what their short list was.
Right.
I mean, it's tough to bring in one of the best coaches because they're usually entrenched at their existing program.
Right.
So a tough short list to try and get one of the more experienced coaches into Madison, especially when the program needs such an overhaul.
Yeah, they need some energy, that is for sure. So
yeah, starting from the ground up, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right.
See.
All right. Okay, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $4,350 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
A 5-year-old girl violated. The predator faced up to 60 years behind bars. Radical Susan Crawford sided with him, released on a $500 bond, and lived across from a school. His sentence, just 4 years in prison. Now he's free, all because Susan Crawford and her warped, soft-on-crime agenda. Catch and release Crawford. Don't take the risk. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
All right, tomorrow a little bit warmer, mainly dry conditions too, so we could see some showers come back in. That light rain will probably be Wednesday overnight, just some light rain. Warmer Thursday, Friday 70s for a lot of the areas, and then it gets wet and messy and colder as we go throughout the weekend. In some areas may see snow, some areas may see a wintry mix, sleet, ice, all that stuff going through, so kind of a damp and messy weekend. We do dry out, cool for Monday.
Yeah, the next 3 or 4 days look good though, right?
Overall, besides Wednesday night, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us at 6.
We'll see you tonight at 10.